Beep 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 beep. A Radio Stat Zero broadcast. You know, it's funny. I used to get butterflies when I start just a little bit nervous, like before you start a play or something like that. Now, now not so much. Just kind of turn it on and start talking. Um, Looks like we got us a page to work on here. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do a little page work. Good afternoon to you, to all of you. It's good to see you. Whether you're on replay or live, it's always nice to have you in the listening place of the show. I am your pal, Statistical Zero. Hey, old dirty fatty, welcome to the nest. That bird is far too well adjusted. Needs to be more angry. Is that better? I don't do angry super well. I can't. That's a rule of mine. I can't stream when I'm angry. I tried it once, and you know what? The chat was just like, "Thanks." That was horrible. So I vowed never to do that again. Never to be that guy that sits and streams angry about. I don't even remember what it was about. I think it was some sort of a drama, CG drama stuff going on there, and I was angry about something or other, but yeah. Oh, good afternoon, Amanda. Welcome to the nest. Good to see you. No, I think, yeah, it's best to go on with a relaxed attitude. You know, like not to go on all charged up and angry. Nobody really wants to see that. I mean, sometimes people will sit and listen because there's nothing else going on, but I think life's just too darn short. So yeah, I don't do that kind of thing. Funny, I was looking at, I don't remember what I was looking at. It was definitely about stuff and things. Definitely things, yeah. Definitely things, yeah. Marcus Killiger, welcome to the nest. How's my wife feeling? He asks. She is feeling better. She's still got a migraine, but it's like, you know, it's lessening. So road to recovery. She was like, get out of here, quit wasting your day, go do some drawing, do a stream. Maybe I was like getting annoying, you know, trying to help her out or something. I don't know. But she's like, oh, go to your desk. Go on, go away. Thank you for asking. So let's see. No, I don't quite like that. Let's see here. Yeah, it's not so bad. So I'm looking at, you know, like my regular YouTube type stuff today. And I see these people, you know, once again, I'm watching some video and this person refers to himself as a content creator. And I don't think that it's any secret. I don't like that term, content creator. I mean, I suppose it's apt for some, but I mean, like when you're, it's like we've turned our lives into that. You know, you stream just like a vlog kind of thing where you're just talking about life. Well, I'm creating content. You're talking about your life. You know, you're just sharing stories from your life. Why boil it down to content? I think it's cold. I think that's like a futuristic thing. Like that's everybody, you know, has stopped living and they became, you know, content creators. You know, you can't just be like an artist that's sharing his art and talking about it. It's content. Something about that. It's like truly taking away an identity when you just refer to yourself as well. what do you share? Oh, I mean, I like art. I share art, my art. Well, you're an artist or a cartoonist, aren't you? No, I'm a content creator. I want to be put in a box. Oh, Amanda's Christmas shopping. Good luck. I mean, at least you didn't wait till last minute. Like, or not one of those people that's just like, Christmas shopping's done. I sent them all Amazon gift cards. I've been there though, so I shouldn't make fun. It's tough to shop for adults because, you know, it's what do you get for somebody that can buy themselves pretty much whatever, you know? And if you trade gift cards, it's kind of silly because you're essentially just trading your $20 bill or whatever you're getting, and telling them where they can spend their money. It's kind of weird. I think as you get older, almost time spent is more valuable. Like actually coming over and having a dinner and talking and having some laughs and creating a few memories is a little bit more memorable than, like, say, getting something you really don't need or want. But you can't donate it because it was a gift. Mark Killer says, I read Alien Alamo. Oh boy, did you? What did you think of it? I really like that one. Famously, that's the one Vanessa says, like, convinced her she needs a World War II black and white book from Graham because that was like her favorite part. Like, it reminded me a little bit, like if it were a movie, it would sit there and it would really work really well with like Tremors or Grabbers. You ever see that movie Grabbers, where you got these like octopus type aliens and they can't, you know, alcohol is poisonous to them, so the Irish people are trying to, the Irish cop and stuff are trying to get everybody drunk so that the aliens can't eat them. Very stereotypical Irish storyline, but it was a great movie. Hey, Bristolian Dave, welcome to the nest. It's great to see you. See, I mentioned something European and he shows up. We're just talking Grabbers. Great movie. I'm sure you have it in your collection. If you don't, that might be one for you. Yeah, Amanda said Alien Alamo was a great story. Graham, great comic. Graham told the story effortlessly. I think that might be, so far, I mean, I can't wait to see what he does with Ghosts of Matacumba Key. But I think that might have topped everything else he's done. I mean, I really liked Monster Island, those 2 volumes, and I really liked the Canoe. But Alien Alamo was absolutely different. It feels like one of those stories that he would tell, or, you know, he would pitch to an editor and they'd say that would absolutely never work, and we proved it worked. Holy cow, Mrs. Good Stuff, welcome to the nest. It's great to see you. Dave says, I've got it. I haven't watched it. Dave, get on it. You'll thank me later. It's a great time. Go watch Grabbers, and then tag Graham Nolan in it and tell him you watched it because he loves that movie. Had a lot of heart, Marcus Kilger said. Absolutely, it did. I think it was maybe the best thing he's done yet. So I'm really excited to see if he outdoes it with Have any of you read all of Graham's stuff? I mean, he's got what does he have? He's got the Canoe, Alien Alamo, the 2 Return to Monster Island volumes, and then Joe Frankenstein. So that's, I guess, technically 7 books if you count, you know, both volumes or whatever like that. But so technically 6 books, because, you know, they were collected into a trade. It's 4 issues. And what would you think? Where would you rank them? I'd probably say my favorite was Alien Alamo, followed by maybe the first Return to Monster Island. Then I'd say the Canoe, maybe the next Monster Island. No, see, because Joe Frankenstein was really good. It's hard. It's really hard to rank them. One day I'll have to try, because I love the Canoe. I thought that would have been a great, like, 80s movie. Monster Island, Return to Monster. The second Monster Island had some great fights in it. Amanda says, I have read the Canoe, Alien Alamo. Didn't jump on Joe Frankenstein since I was waiting on Matacumba Key. All right. Well, he's got them on the shop, and you'll be able to find them. I'm sure you'll probably have them on subsequent campaigns. Marcus has to get the Shanu. Yeah, I had a great time with that one. That was when he first came in. But I mean, I was backing him. I was backing him before he even did Comicsgate. He had through Ominous Press, he ran hardcover reprints of his other campaign there, Monster Island. Amanda preferred Alien Alamo to Shanu, but Shanu was good too. That's my sentiments exactly. I really like the Shanu, but Alien Alamo is very much a different level. I really liked like the more cartoony, almost Johnny Quest style that he kind of brought to that. A little bit more simple, but bigger in scope. You could pirate Joe Frankenstein since it was a Dark Horse, but it was actually IDW that put that one out. I'm not sure about who put the original, if there was an original. I think there was an original for the other one, Monster Island, but originally IDW put those Joe Frankenstein books out. That's what they were kind of complaining about. Like, they did a bad job. Apparently they screwed him over a little bit. Him and Chuck. I'm not 100% sure. You'd have to get the specifics, Graham. But that was a good time reading it. I remember my brother had gotten like the original issues, and then I tracked down the hardcover to read the whole thing, because I think I was missing like one issue or something that he'd given me. But I had a good time with that. I was not disappointed when it came to the Monster Island books. They're oversized hardcover, beautiful. But you can, I don't know if it's just me, but I can see a certain difference in Graham's work with the pencil and Graham's work with like the Procreate and stuff like that. It seems like maybe he uses thicker lines for Procreate or something like that. Like there's something different, a little bit different. Oh, Marcus has got Joe Frankenstein's as well. Yeah. So apparently with that, like, it's re-lettered. It's much nicer lettering, which is awesome. I'm glad it's the best comic it could be under the Compass Comics. The only thing we're probably not going to get, well, I mean, you can get it technically. I think it's still on demand on Amazon, but he's got like a little bit of his comic strip, Sunshine State. You can get a print-on-demand version of it. I think it's still up. You can find it there. So I mean, it's not a lot of his like current stuff that he's done, but if you're a Graham Nolan completist, I think I've got a digital version of it. I bought, but you can get it physical. If you look at like Batman, his Batman stuff, like from say Nightfall or whatever like that, and then you look at like his print on demand stuff, or no, his Compass Comics stuff, there is a little bit of a difference in how he does his art. Maybe he's streamlined it, simplified it. It's not one of those I prefer your old stuff. It's just different. I'm just noting differences. And let's get orange or yellow. There we go. Not a bad thing, but he switched to Procreate, so it's going to look a little bit different, I think, because Procreate, as good as it is, I mean, I can, even like with this, I can tell what I'm doing is digital. And you got somebody like Gary Martin who, like, it looks digital, but it is not. Phenomenal stuff. Kelsey, too, some of his stuff looks really, really digital, but then he pulls the page out and you're just like, wow, that's amazing. Speaking of amazing, I caught their Graybeards episode where they were laughing and talking about, being award winners and stuff. That gave me a laugh. It's a great episode. A lot of Star Wars talk, mind you. Kelly Marcus says Graham is really good at making the Procreate look like traditional art. He is, but I see it in the backgrounds and gray tones. Yeah, not saying it's a bad thing, but it is a different, like you can really see like the switch. And it's too bad he doesn't do like a whole lot of I mean, he does the I think he does the commissions, the head sketches and stuff like that, but he doesn't do a lot of I don't think he does a lot of commissions. And even if he did, holy cow, I got to imagine they'd be really really expensive. Get him to pull those art supplies out one more time. Get working on that. Yeah, that'd be some money. 100%. Michael DJ, welcome to the nest. I love graybeards. They're having fun and it's contagious. I know. Last night I was watching a little bit of it, just a tiny bit, and I was getting frustrated because I had to get to sleep, and all it does is make me want to draw. It makes me want to, like get working on a page or pull out the sketchbook and kind of start experimenting and stuff like that. And that's how I think most Comicsgate shows were for me in the beginning. Like I would just sit and listen and draw and have a great time being inspired. And then somewhere along the line, that feeling stopped because I stopped learning stuff. People stopped, like doing like they used to. And it got a little trickier to like care because they weren't focusing on the books. Marcus says, I think the next book he draws will be traditional. If you talk about Kelsey, I believe he said he wants to do Shank traditional. Yeah. Like he's kind of done with digital, he says. Which is really cool. I'm looking forward to seeing that. And he'll have art to sell if he sells it. I can't wait to see what Kelsey does. Like on a book. Because there we go. He's made a lot of money just off an art book alone. I mean, it is an art book, but $20,000. Nothing to sneeze at when it's just process. Oh, Graham's doing his next one physical. That's awesome. That's great to hear. I can't wait to see, how his art has changed, like with the actual pencil versus Procreate. I wonder if he's looking to sell the originals and make an extra bit of money. That's something else that his wife can kind of pack up and ship out for him. Original art. Give her more to do during some of the quiet times. That's cool. Yeah, I think there's exciting things to come. I think so, but the only thing is, it's a patience builder. We got to wait for it. I don't think that there are, as long as I've got money, there are certain creators that I will probably always back. Oh yeah, Marcus Killer says he might, but Graham and Andy don't sell their originals. That's true. Well, Graham has actually donated a few of them. I know he donated one Phantom. He donated one Phantom thing when Pete Cimetti had needed some help. He donated a Phantom comic strip, which was really cool. Maybe he will. Maybe he won't. Yeah. Amanda's saying she really likes the vibe of the show too. The Graybeards doesn't always get to watch it live. Yeah, I'm oftentimes working when it's really going, so I've got to watch it on replay. But it's always a good replay, always. I mean, now that it's an award-winning show, makes it all the better. Okay, let me see here. Just doing that flatting stuff here. You know how it is. Yeah. So it's one of those weird things where I stream at night, and then I'm like, no, what in the world am I going to talk about when I get up? And then I find something to talk about. Aaron nuked me last night on Greybeards, not the Star Wars one. Oh, good. You know, I feel like that's a badge of honor when Aaron shoots somebody with a cannonball, or he nukes somebody. It's like a true badge. It's like an achievement. I got nuked by. That should be a shirt. I got nuked by Aaron Lebresti. But I got nuked by Lopez. Nobody would get it. But the fans. Aaron really has built like a funny like bit of in-jokes. I will have to go find that because I missed what it was you said. Or I mean, I didn't see what it was you said because I think I missed one episode. I got back in and watched, the Star Wars episode, but I haven't seen the other one, so I will have to be on the lookout for that. Amanda was shocked, but it was hilarious to her. Yeah, I don't know. It seems to be like, I know there's drama going on, but I haven't felt much of it lately. Honestly, I haven't seen a ton of streams, at least on time. And the nice thing about watching replay, of course, is you can fast forward. You can skip certain things. Certain subjects you're not excited to hear about. Marcus says, I'm the mod there, and for a while, the only one, so I'm there most of the time. Oh, yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. Did you beat leg kick out? Because leg kick is almost always there. It's one of those deals with this where I'm not really, I haven't really planned anything out color wise. I'm just seeing what works. It's practice page after all. So I can just sort of wing it and hopefully bring a little bit of life to it. This is the kind of thing you do when you need to prescribe something to yourself to like learn how to color, learn how to, do the things. You get some like quick art over that and you make it work. It's kind of what I feel like I got to do here. Make it work. Get some bright colors in there. And, carry this thing from like beginning to middle to end right in front of you guys. That's important too. Marcus Kilger says the drama is mostly phony, at least among CGers not named Matt Barr. Yeah, I don't see him as much on Twitter. I think we followed each other at one point, and then he unfollowed me. Probably not due to any kind of drama, more than likely just because I was boring, which is fine, 100%. So I was just, I saw him on the timeline arguing a little bit. A lot of it, actually. So I figure, why not? Why not return that in a non-aggressive way? It fits perfectly for both of us. Wish him his luck, doing whatever it is he's going to do. And I will continue to do whatever it is that I'm doing. No need for a fight. Matt acts like a real New Yorker. That reminds me of this one video. This lady gets out. I don't know if it was fake or not, but it was kind of funny. She gets out and she's like walking around and she goes, I'm in New York, the greatest city in the world. And then you hear somebody in the background, shut the F up. And then she just kind of stops. That's kind of what that reminds me of. Is that where he's from, New York? I didn't know. I thought he was like a California. Either way. Although I do think there is hard feelings between Kelsey and John. I feel like if there is, they may be starting to patch it up a little bit. I see John compliment him, Kelsey saying thanks, and then, like or if there is hard feelings, they're at least being civil and cordial about it. So I appreciate that. You can't get along with everybody, and sometimes you just can't get along forever. I've said it before. I don't think we're meant to know this many people. I don't think that, you look at on the internet, it's full of stuff like, like neighbor disputes and couples disputes and stuff like this. Could be half a world away. It could be in, like a couple's dispute in London, or a neighbor's dispute in Australia, or 3 states away. Here we are. We have an opinion on it, and we shouldn't really have an opinion on stuff like that. I think that only adds to our anger and aggravation and annoyances in this world. Just now, you're aware of crap all over the place, and everybody's got to be a villain or a hero. Everybody likes to vent a story about these people. Marcus says, as long as Ethan loves Kelsey, it'll blow over. Yeah, I think so. I mean, personally, I think Kelsey will be fine either way. He's gonna draw no matter what, and I'm rooting for him. I think of all the people I've seen, like, he really deserves a win, a huge win. The amount of stuff that he's done for people, I feel like he just needs to focus a little more, and not get kind of on side projects and stuff like that, which I know it's tempting because I fight that temptation all the time. He does that, and I mean, I think he's a fast artist, so he could pump things out, but he's just gotta, save time for playing around with animation. Other than that, I mean, I have faith in Kelsey. I think he's going to, if he puts his mind to it, he's going to have some great books that are original, and he's going to, probably be able to animate his own trailers and stuff before too long. Creative almost to a fault. Sometimes I fall in that category myself. Can't stop creating, and it kind of screws you over sometimes. Marcus Kilger, as Adam Carolla says, we get too much info. Yeah, that's right. That's the thing I hate about social media. Like, you don't need to know this stuff. You don't need to know this stuff at all. But yeah, here we are. Here we are learning about, this dude that had an affair with his wife's best friend in Idaho or something like that, or Florida, and everybody's got to bag on this dude now. They got to have an opinion about it. They don't need an opinion on that. Just go about your lives. Go about your day. That's what I say. Blame TMZ. They got used to people loving that gossip, that celebrity gossip. And now, because of the internet, anybody can be a celebrity. Anybody can be a public figure thanks to the internet. But really, this is just, let's see here. I almost see YouTube as it is now is even though it's not public access, it's like Wayne's World. You get on here and you have your little show and get your small following. And then you can do extreme close up. Whoa! Whoa! I gotta watch that movie again. It's been a while. Introduced it to my wife years ago, and she was shocked that she'd never seen it. And then she watched Bill and Ted, and she really liked Bill and Ted. And then she saw that third one, and she'd admitted that Wayne is the better franchise because they did not screw it up by making a third one. It's not bad. Let me just do a sauce for eraser, right? Oh, no, we don't want that. We want airbrush. White. Nah, I don't like that softness. Amanda says Ted Theodore Logan. I like the first one. The second one was all right. The third one, I did not like. I did not like that third Bill and Ted. I'll tell you that much. That bugged the crap out of me. Who cares if it's an actual song as long as we're all playing together? Everybody be like, when they're playing their horns and stuff, because they don't know how to play, but they're all playing together, so it's a wonderful song. Give me a break. It wasn't actually them that saved the world. It was like their daughters. Give me a break. The problem with that is if it was their daughters the entire time, how is it that Ted and Theodore were the ones that were like, everybody looked up to them and said, oh my gosh, it's them. It's them. I wouldn't give a crap about them if it was their daughters that made the songs or saved the world or future or whatever like that. Come on. I think maybe personally I want to say that Alex Winter and Keanu Reeves just really wanted to get it done. I'm sure there were like 30 to 40 scripts that they had to look through. Yeah. Let's see here. So far, so it's okay. It's all right. Oh, I had to get it off of here and put it back on here. Wrong kind of blue. Let's see, what are we at? 32 minutes? Okay. This will probably be a little bit of a smaller episode today. Don't want to eat all the time up. Just wanted to come on, have a little talk, say hello, talk about some movies and comics. Mostly comics. After this, I'll go see how my wife is. Maybe I'll sit down and read myself. I was working on a sketch for her today. She's a big Robin Hood fan, Disney's Robin Hood. So I'm gonna work on a cool Robin Hood sketch for her today. Maybe I'll do the Aaron Lopresti method of like blending colored pencils or something like that. I was gonna do a watercolor, but I think this one might be a colored pencil sketch. Maybe. Let's see. Decided to just sit down and draw some physical stuff. Maybe read some comics. It's kind of a good day it's almost 60 degrees outside. Maybe I should go outside, but it's kind of windy. It might just be a good day to read some comics. It's what we're here for, right? Hopefully. Comic books. That's what I'm here for. Really should have planned this out, but we're just learning. We're flatting. We're learning. Eventually, what I'll probably do is put another layer on here and just like work on highlights and things like that to get this all done. I mean, I know I could probably just like hit this magic wand thing and go boom like that, and then I can, do whatever with this. But like. Nope. Oh, it's 70 there, Marcus Killigrew. Nice. Yeah, we got about 56, 58. Not too bad from Minnesota in November. I saw this tweet today. Good morning, Angela Curry. Welcome to the nest. I saw this tweet today from a creator. The creator of Voyage on Indiegogo. It was a sad tweet to read. that he was kind of hanging it up because his follower, he didn't have a whole lot of followers, and he didn't make his funding, I guess. I don't know that I heard of Voyage. Maybe I did, but he said he's gonna hang it up, and I don't know if he's still finishing it, and maybe he can send it to some other people. But what is it? Yeah, he's gonna finish it by January, and if somebody wants it, he maybe sell individual issues. But as far as the crowdfunding went, it didn't quite work for him, which is really sad to hear. But unfortunately, sometimes, that's sort of the nature of the beast. I have full faith that if I tried to do a crowdfunder, that would more than likely be my fate. I think he made about $2,000, just under 50% of his goal, and he had to close it down, call it a day. Which, it's got to be heartbreaking. But yeah, poor Zach. He's been on a bunch of shows. I'm not sure if I've seen him, if I have or not. No, he's not. We don't follow each other or anything like that. So we must have just been kind of in some different places at different times. But yeah, my heart goes out to him. That's a rough feeling, I think. So I think, it's cases like that lead me to believe if I ever put out a book, I'll just buy 100 copies and sell it like or an equivalent of the Etsy kind of thing. Maybe not Etsy. I heard they're not that great, but you get what I mean. Because, geez, at the beginning, I tell you what, when I was watching, people just starting up campaigns, and they're getting money and it's going really well, and I'm thinking to myself, well, maybe this might be for me, like this whole campaign thing. But that, it kind of quickly fell apart as soon as I saw like some of the, what do you call it, the intricacies of it. And I realized I don't know that it's for me. So I will find another way. No problem. No problem. But I hope he's able to, figure something out. Maybe he can sell those books, and people will really like them. And he can start up another campaign once he's got a little bit more of a base. Hopefully, maybe once people have read them, they can testify and say, this is some great stuff. I hope so. Amanda says he didn't do that bad. Still an honor to have 50 people. Oh, there it goes. I don't know that I'm even subscribed to. Maybe I am subscribed to Vaughn. I'm not sure. I'll have to check. I haven't seen any of his shows, I don't think. Marcus says I'm way more known than he is, and I appreciate that. But at the same time, I don't think I am. I think there's still a very healthy amount of people that don't really. They may know me from the chat, but I don't know that they know me so much for what I do, like here. I'm a little skeptical, honestly. Andrew Curry says Tiger Blue has still not made funding yet. Really, Tiger Blue 3, which surprises me. The economy isn't helping. I think so. I heard a lot of good things about Tiger Blue and the art and stuff. People seem to like it. Uh-oh. StatsBeak hit the internet cable. Did I get lost for a second? Oh, Amanda says I didn't hear of him until he launched the book shortly before. Okay. My wife lost her job, and I've been holding off on backing Andy. And I'm sorry to hear that. I really am. Yeah, I've had to cut back I've had to cut back myself. We're not in like dire straits or anything like that, but you guys were kind of around me with when I had to go through like that big house thing where we had to like gut the plumbing and put in a bunch of new plumbing. So that was like okay, so I'm gonna save up some money back again, put some more money into savings before really get back to backing books like I was. I still back a few people, a few of the people that I've kind of been getting serious, but I am a little bit more careful about like new stuff. You know what I mean? So yeah. Oh, wait a second. Did I just... Okay, that'll be all right. All right. Angela says I haven't yet, but I can never get it before you close before I can. Oh man. But one day. I mean, I'll have something one day. It just won't be crowdfunded. That's all. Won't be crowdfunded at all. It's just going to be directly ready for purchase. Maybe I'll hype it for a few weeks or something like that, and then I will release it on a day, and it'll be ready to go there. And if I sell out, well, I'll order more copies or something like that because I will have the money. I think for the first few books, if I were to do it, the first few books would probably be like, all that money would be not touched. It would be put somewhere aside to do more with. I'd have to get like a small... Oh, hello. Right, am I here? Am I back? Hello. Oh, good. I'm back. Great. I didn't see the little ring moving on my avatar there, and now I do. Great. Wonderful. Hello. Hi. Hello. She hears me now. She hears me now. Everybody hears me now. Great. So what was I saying? Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's not really you, Amanda. That's kind of a thing with, like, if you didn't really like it within the first 3 to 4 issues, people would drop it. It's a lot like they say with movies, like, if you don't like a movie within the first 10 to 15 minutes, a lot of times you're just going to abandon it. You're just not going to like it. Very much the same with books. So don't feel bad about dropping if it's not for you. It might not mean it's bad. It just means it's not for you. There's no shame in that. No shame whatsoever. We have copy now, Michael DJ says. Good. Oh, there it goes. Oh, I was wondering why my color wasn't working so well. It's because I was on watercolor. Yeah, that's better. I need that harsh orange. I don't like that either. All right. Well, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go ahead and save. We're at about 45 minutes. I said this was going to be a slightly smaller episode just to kind of conserve time. Touch in with you. Oh, no. Henry Beavis just got in here. Hello, Henry. Welcome to the desk. You know what? I'll go 15 more minutes just for Henry since he just got in here. And he's been so good about coming in for so many of these streams. Gotta turn out, you know. So I'll do a little bit more coloring. Amanda says, not their best work in her opinion, Angela. I think I would have rather had something more depth to connect. 2 is better than 1 as far as creative flow. Oh, okay. I'm learning all kinds of stuff about Tiger Blue. Let's see here. Well, Henry, how are you doing? How's life treating you today? What's on your mind? What's on all your minds? I'm really not liking the ship thing here. That's really weird. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go into this background here, and I'm going to give myself like we'll say like a purple sort of. Yeah. Kind of break that up a little bit. Space, you know, it's going to be space. Henry says, that's doing well. It's a misty, cold day here, just how I like it. Oh, that sounds nice. Misty. I was like the fog. Not just the movie, but like actual fog. It's as long as it's not so dense that the cars can't see, it's pretty cool to walk in. Relaxing. You know? But that was always me. I like rainy days. I like foggy days. Kind of like that garbage song. I'm only happy when it rains. I like snow a lot too. I just don't love driving in it. I don't mind shoveling it so much. Snow blowing it or whatever, but nothing better than being able to like stand there and let the snowflakes fall and, you know, just hear nothing. It's just very peaceful. Just a little bit of maybe wind. I like that. I think after today, I'll probably get myself a workout in, and then maybe a little sketching, and maybe I'll sit and read some comics. Maybe this will just be one of those days where I just kick back and relax a little bit, treat myself to some books. All the books I want to buy right now are on pre-order. The ones that aren't CG books that I'm waiting for, mind you. But I've got a few books. There's the EC books, of course, that are on pre-order. Haven't released yet. A couple of those DC Comics compendiums. I might get the Robin one. I'm thinking about the Nightwing one. Probably grab the Wildcats one. And then I think there's a Batman Beyond coming. Henry Bemis has a stack of about 5 CG books he needs to read. You know what? It is the season of fulfillment. I'm excited. I've got a shipment of Alterna coming. The next 5 of those, you know. I've got Billy Tucci's She is in fulfillment. So is Blood Hunters, Wraith of God Blood Hunters. Ghost of Matacumba Key is being finished up, finalized, and going to the printers. So, you know, we got some goodness coming. And then I'm sure. Now I can't remember. Billy said he was gonna open up. He was gonna do an omnibus and then the next She volume, or the next She volume and then an omnibus, I know he's doing that. anniversary #1 with black and white. You know, he's going to do an ink only of that issue. So, I mean, that's next. But I kind of wonder. He said he wanted to maybe do an omnibus of the last 3 trades, the Return of the Warrior arc, 4 trades, whatever. So we'll see when that happens. I don't know that I'll be getting that one since I got all the trades leading up to. We'll see. We will have to see. But it is the season of fulfillment, getting books all over the place now. I love it. It's like when it rains, it pours. You never just get like a trickle of books. I remember Leroy saying, like, as long as he got like a book a month, he was good. But you never get like a trickle of books. You never get that book a month. You get like nothing, 5 books. Nothing, 3 books. And it's just up to you whether or not, you know, you're excited when you read them. I think. Because that's the main thing that we gotta you know do. We've got to keep our enthusiasm up. So when we get the books, it's actually really exciting to read. Versus just, yeah, I'll get to it when I get to it. You read it a year and a half later. Oh yeah, it was all right. Doesn't really help with the discourse talking about it, you know, either while they're in their fulfillment or they're hyping their second one. Because that's kind of the idea, you know. Fans talk about it, it creates buzz. Fans buy the new ones. Or in theory. Sometimes it works out the fans really laughed at this moment in the show. You did them a solid by making them laugh, so they're going to back your book. For some people, that's how it is. At 52 minutes. So, Bemis, which, if I can ask, which CG books do you have to read in your stack? Curious about what you got. Oh, what do you think? That too colorful? Too flat? Not bad. Color is kind of the intention. Eventually, we're going to have to go in and we're going to have to, let's see here. We're going to have to, you know, maybe we'll do that now. Oh, I guess that's perfect. Okay, so I'm going to actually make this a little bit darker. All right, let's try that. And then we're gonna get me some paint. Let's try down here. There we go. Oh, he needs to go through them. Yeah. I just got the next T-Bird and Throttle just the other day. So I'll be reading that eventually. Amanda says, I've really been slacking. I think I have 20. But if I read laying in bed at night, I fall asleep. Don't you have a good reading chair that doesn't like kick back or anything like that, Amanda? That would probably... That's what it would do it. Nice reading chair. One that doesn't like lean back or anything like that. Nice high back chair. Like those types that are in like a study. That kind of thing. That's what you got to get. Yeah, that leaning back will kill you every time. Michael DJ says, I'm in a color appreciation phase. More theatrical, crazy colors like an Italian horror movie, please. Oh, yeah, like those Giallo flicks where it's like everything's lit in super, super bright yellows and reds and greens. Bemis says, I have a stack of Gemini mailers. I know Earthbound Grand Prix and Joe Frankenstein are in there. Cool. Amanda says, I still haven't read Nora's Saga. I have an old black and white from Art T. Bear, and I have Sovereign Wolf, Narwhal's Compendium. Marcus says I have a few to read myself. You guys got to read them and report back to me. Tell me, like, stat, this was amazing. Stat, it sucked. Like, you know, be as delicate as you like, but I got to hear. I got to hear opinions. And then if I have them, I'll read them and I'll tell you. I'll say, hey, I totally agree. Or maybe I don't agree. Amanda says, I did read First Man. I didn't like it. At least not enough to buy two. Fair enough. Fair enough. That's the thing about First Man for me. I liked it. I think I've said this before. I really liked what it could become. I liked what I saw in the future for it. Because the first one, while I thought was pretty decent startup, it was very bare bones. Very bare bones. And then the second one, you know, it had another villain. It had another nice start, but it was also kind of like a little more setup, just a little bit. So yeah, I would have liked to have seen what it could have become. Also needs to finish reading Shadow Sentry. Venus says, I'm glad Andy switched gears with Core Draft. I think superhero fatigue applies to more than just movies. Probably more so in this area, yeah. Amanda says, I have 2 and the Origins will be shipping soon. Anybody, you know, I've been hearing people getting Arc Athena. Like, that seems to be a big kind of thing. Anybody read that? Anybody look at that? Because that's another one I've seen a lot of, like, yes, I got it. Yep. That's what I thought. Marcus Kilgore says First Man 2 was better. Number 1 was really the Image comic. Yeah. First Man 2 felt a lot like it felt like, I don't know, like the difference between Superman 1 and 2. Because he had, you know, more of a, you know, there's more stuff fleshed out. Amanda says I also need to finish reading Chromatics, the one by C-3PO. It's cute. It's drawn about Drunk 3PO. I'm fatigued by dystopian futures. Yeah, the or post-apocalypse. I see a lot of lots of post-apocalyptic stuff too. But you know, that's the cool thing about like indie comics. Like every once in a while, somebody comes up with like an idea, and it's like, wow, I've never actually seen this before. And you get really excited about comics again. I remember, like, movie-wise, I was really tired of sci-fi, like, alien stuff because it was just boring. And then Attack the Block came out, and it absolutely restored my faith in sci-fi movies. Because I think the last one I saw before that was Super 8. You know, it was like E.T. on steroids. And I was so sick and tired of, like, it is man that is the beast. I wanted to see, like, monsters. I wanted to see, like, dangerous alien animals and regular people stopping them. That's what I wanted. And we just didn't have that for a good long time. And then you had like Battle of Los Angeles, stuff like that. It's kind of cool. Henry Venus says, I really want Richard Friend to launch Blaster Kid. The art looks like, I know, that looks awesome. But at the same time, when do you think he is going to launch that thing? Because he's been talking about it forever. And I wonder where he's going to launch it. Is it going to be a Kickstarter or an Indiegogo? Like, I kind of feel almost like it's going to be a Kickstarter. But you know, that might be. I don't know that he's going to go on Fund My Comic, although he might. But I don't know. I kind of wonder what kind of a following he has in CG, like within CG. Like, is he a bigger character? Is he a guy most people don't pay attention to? What? Because I mean, he was under my radar for a good while. I didn't know who he was. Amanda says, I read Mavericks, Mechs by Global Frequency, recently. The last book I read, and I enjoyed it. Interested in getting the second one. That one has been out for a while, though. Yeah. Nope. That star is a little bit longer than the rest of them. You see, I wanted to get that texture in here, not just like a flat black or whatever, but like, I'm not sure what I'm doing with this purple thing yet, but I needed something to break break things up and give a little contrast to the ship. You know. DJ says, I still have to read the 3rd issue of Confederate Monster. Frankenstein's monster loose in the Civil War. It's a cool idea. I like that idea. Who did that? I don't think I've heard of it. That's kind of the problem with some of these crowdfunders. Like once they get it done, some of these people don't have any kind of a shop or whatever. So it closes out and you're like, hey, who did that? Oh, it's gone. I missed it. Huh. Well, look at this. I don't know. What do you think of that? Not 100% sure what I think of some of these colors within the panel here. And I got to fix this ship. The ship is bugging the crap out of me. I don't like the colors on that thing. But, and Jeff Smith is going to be on Thursday night with Billy Tucci. I know he and Billy are good friends. So I think he's been on Pop XP before when he was promoting Tukey, which I have those. Great widescreen looking book. And then he's got his Bone comic strip that he's doing right now. So that'll be interesting. I might tune in to see that. Well, okay, guys. I think we hit an hour. Billy is the Ferris Bueller of comics. He gets along with everybody. He really does. I don't know anybody that I'm trying to think of anybody that he has openly fought with. I don't think anybody. Like, the worst thing I've seen with Billy is when there was a small section of the fandom that was calling him a traitor because he was still promoting, or he was still doing Kickstarter, and he was promoting people, comic creators, his friends and stuff like that were on Kickstarter, which I didn't agree with, because he started on Kickstarter and he's not forsaking those people that were backing over there. I agree with that. The trick is to sell more comics and to expand comics, not say, you can follow me over here, go screw yourself. That seems counterproductive to me. So I'm glad he stood his ground on that. But so we got a little further in the page today. It was just this color, the whole thing when we started. So next time we work on this, I don't know, the next stream is going to be a prompt stream or a page stream, but we will continue on this singular page. Maybe even work on the other 3 eventually. Turn this into a little series. I don't know. But thank you very much for joining me this afternoon. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you for talking comic books with me. It was really great just sitting around and seeing what you guys have been reading, what you think of it. We'll have to certainly do that again, continue that conversation, because I like where that goes. I like being able to talk about the books that we're buying. So until then, go read a good book for me. See you when I see you next.